Namaste, Namaskaram, infinite blessings and love. This is Om Oracle Tarot. We're going to get into the Libra's reading for July 2022 on what is on your spiritual path. Now, I want to remind everybody that these are general readings and may not resonate with everyone. So please feel free to check out other tarot readers on YouTube, as there are plenty of great ones if this does not resonate with you. And I also want to remind everybody to possibly check out your other placements, as it can give you a broader picture of what may be going on. I would also like to remind everybody that if you would like to get in contact with me here, you can do so in the comments or on the Om Oracle Tarot Instagram page, of which there is a link below in this video in the description. And there is only one Om Oracle Tarot Instagram page, and I will never solicit a reading to you or ask you for money or funds in that way. So if you receive an email from someone claiming to be me, this is not me, and that would be a scam, and please do report it. I also want to remind everybody that if this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is most appreciated and helps get the videos and the channel into the proper algorithms. All right, without further ado, please give us a message. What is on Libra's spiritual path for July 2022? 3 cards, please. I only take uprights and I only take jumpers from the deck. All right, 5 of Cups. 2 more cards, please, for our Libras. Knight of Swords. One more, please. Thank you. All right. 2 of Wands. At the bottom, we have the Ace of Swords. All right. It appears that in the past, there's been a moment of, you could call it depression or lament over what has been lost. Something's been lost here. You've been lamenting it. And as you turn around, you step into this this drive. You are going full force into whatever you are headed into. And with the 2 of Wands, you're planning. You're planning for the future, and you are doing so with truth. Now, this feels like it's the truth that you still have in this card 2 remaining cups. And so you are leaving the past behind. You're going full force. You're driven to success, and you're planning for the future, and you're about to hop off this castle and onto your path, onto truth's path. Thank you. All right, we're going to get 3 cards, from the from the Yogic Path deck. 3 cards, please, for our Leo. You may have Leo placements for our Libras for July 2022. Please, 3 cards. 3 cards for our Libras for what is on their spiritual path for July 2022. That's way too many. 3 cards, please, for our Libras. Thank you. Hanuman, Jai Hanuman. And here we have a little Hanuman. All right, 2 more cards, please. 2 more cards, please. Thank you. The crown chakra. So this is feeling like a big truth. Thank you. And Shiva. Now this is Nataraja, which is Shiva, but this is the dancing Shiva. So Hanuman has his heart totally open. And he is the God of wisdom and courage. So with this newfound truth that you're driving forward with, you're doing so with an open heart, with courage, and with the wisdom that comes from planning and comes from the truth. The crown chakra. Now, this is said to reside above the head, above the crown, as we have on the Ace of Swords. This sword is piercing through the crown. So this truth stems from a spiritual realization. And with Nataraja, you are realizing the nature of yourself, the nature of reality, and essentially, in doing so, the nature of the divine. And this realization is what is allowing you to leave the past behind, drive with full force, with your heart open, forward towards success in this planning. And again, this man is looking at a globe. He is glimpsing, in a sense, the nature of the world with this truth. So let's get 3 cards. 3 cards, 3 messages, please, for our Libras, for what is on their spiritual path for July 2022. 3 cards, 3 messages, please. Thank you. This is White Mahakala. 2 more cards, please. Ratna Dakini. 1 more, please. All right. Try to just give me 1 more, please. Just 1 more. If you can. There's 2 coming out. I can feel it. All right. All right, do what you got to do. Nope. 1. All right. Lalita. All right. So, White Mahakala is the god of prosperity and wealth. And Ratna Dakini is of the Yellow Buddha family of the South. And Lalita is the playful red goddess. And we'll get these messages here. Wish others wealth and happiness. Yours will come too. And I kind of feel like on this one, you're kind of coming from a place where perhaps you weren't necessarily wishing others happiness and wealth, because as we all do, you're focused on some of your prosperity that has spilled out. But with this drive and with this realization, you're realizing that you do want to wish others wealth and happiness, not for your own gain, but just because you are having this realization about yourself and reality. And this brings about this exuberance of the open heart. It's causing you to drive forward. Replace pride by knowing that separateness is illusion. So this realization that comes from the crown, that comes from this open heart, realizing what reality is the realization that separateness is an illusion. And that this reality is a world of dualities. But from this realization, you see that even though these dualities exist, that they are in fact one, non-dual. Life will be an adventure if you let it unfold from within. So again, with this open heart, and the fact that all of reality, whether it be the spiritual or mundane, is taking place within you. Not within your mind, within your essence, within the greater self. All of reality is spinning. So it's this freedom from fear and sadness, and that gives this open heart and allows you to drive forward with full force. And you're planning from that place. You see how this man is staring at this globe, at the sphere of reality. This is where you're making your plans from in July, from this realization. All right. Let's get 3 cards, please, from the Gita deck. 3 cards for our Libras, for what is on their spiritual path for July 2022. Oh boy. All right. 3 cards, please. I'll get that mala in a second. 3 cards, please, for our Libras. Thank you. We have Ganesha. We have Saraswati. Let's scoot this stuff over a little bit. And we have Rebirth. So this is very fitting. So Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. He also brings wealth and abundance. And this card is entitled Sacrifice. So you're sacrificing the past and this self, this forlorn self. You're sacrificing this to open your heart, to have this realization. You're letting these cups lie. And almost I feel you find the beauty in the fact that those cups have spilled, because now you can take these two cups and your open heart, and now you are embarking on this adventure. Planning forward, stepping forward with this ultimate truth. The truth that cuts through everything. Cuts through illusion. We have Saraswati on this card, and the card is called Intelligence. Saraswati is the goddess of intelligence, wisdom, knowledge, music, things of this nature. So you may be a musician, but there is like with Hanuman, there is a wisdom emerging. That allows this is a drastic change to go from this energy to that energy. And it's this wisdom of truth that is allowing you to cut this out, sacrifice this essentially, and you're moving into this, you're driven from within. Your crown is lighting up, and you're seeing the truth of illusion, and allowing this to unfold from within. You're having this come, and this card is the rebirth card. You're having a complete rebirth. This energy of the past is in July going to start to feel like a past life. Like this isn't even you anymore. You've become this new thing with this drive and this open heart, this open crown. All right. Let's get 3 cards from the Gods and Goddesses deck, please. 3 cards for our Libras. For what type of divine energies are on their spiritual path for July 2022. 3 cards, please. Thank you. Lakshmi, goddess of fortune. Vrinda Devi, goddess of devotion. One more, please. Too many. One more, please. One more, please. One more, please. One more. Please hit me with one more card, please. One more. We might only get two. This Kali Ma really wants to come out here. All right, let's see what we got here. We're going to go ahead and take these because they want to say a little bit more here. Jagannath, the Lord of the universe. Subdhara, bestower of devotion. Have a lot of devotional cards out here. Radha, supreme goddess. A lot of feminine energy. Kamadevi, god of love. And Ganga, goddess of heavenly ambrosia. Alrighty. All right, Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune. So this has a similar energy. I'm not saying it's the same. This has a similar energy as White Mahakala with the god of prosperity and wealth. And Ganesha, good fortune, removing obstacles, bringing in abundance. Vrindadevi, the goddess of devotion. Now, Hanuman is the number one devotion of Rama. Rama is an incarnation of Krishna and Vishnu. And she is devoted to Krishna or Vishnu. Blessings of health and well-being, and proximity to natural beauty. So, as you see, this person is looking out over a natural landscape. And in a sense, you're going from this stream energy, and Saraswati is also by the stream. You're going from the stream to what looks like a giant lake or even an ocean. So when we think about water as an emotional element, you're going from a smaller level of emotion to the fullness of emotion, this open heart that comes from this realization. And Jagannath, the Lord of the universe. And this again speaks to this higher realization. The blessings are worldly power, freedom from the cycles of birth and death. Perfection of the arts in service of God. So again with the Saraswati. So you have a talent that you are going to be using to devote to God or the universe or however you want to call it. These readings are not religious specific at all. This can apply to any spiritual path you may be on. And the freedom from the cycles of birth and death come from this very realization right here. This realization of what you truly are, what reality is, and essentially what the divine is. And the bestower of devotion. Removal of illusion. Separateness is an illusion. Again, with worldly power and grace. Blessings of devotion. So, from this realization, from the seeing that it is an illusion, there is this power that emerges from this rebirth, from this sacrifice. There's a power that emerges from having your heart open, having this crown energy moving up and stepping into your power, this sight, this vision is bringing an immense power into your life. And Radha, the supreme goddess, true love of Krishna. Faith in the power of love with this open heart. When our heart is closed, we contract. It's hard to even accept love from others when we are contracted. When our heart is open, we are embracing everything. The attainment of divine love. So this realization is attainment of divine love. I wouldn't say this is an attainment per se. This is seeing the illusion and waking up to what you truly are and what you have always been and what you can never not be. But there is a realization of it. And this backs it up with Kamadevi, the god of love. Freedom from desire. And the ability to amuse and make people laugh. With the playful red goddess. This open-heartedness, this new way of looking at reality and the open crown, realizing who you are, this is going to be infectious to anybody who is around you. It'll be palpable. And the goddess of heavenly ambrosia, Ganga, liberation at the time of death. The purification from our sins. This realization is a purifying because you realize that the dual, this good and bad, righteousness, sin, you realize that these are actually one thing within yourself. They're not two different things. This is the liberation. And this heavenly ambrosia in her cup, as she flows down the river, this is this realization. This ambrosia. All right, let's get 3 cards, please. This is the Morgan Tarot's deck. 3 cards, please, for our Libras, for what is on their spiritual path for July 2022. 3 cards. Let's just do 3, please. 3 cards. All right. Maya, the field of the Lord. 2 more cards, please. What the hell? Mm-hmm. All right, 1 more, please. 1 more. All right, we'll go ahead and take them. They sat there for a minute. We'll go them like this. All right. We have Maya, the field of the Lord. There we go. So we have birth and death, essentially. And this is the field of Maya. This is the dance that this dancing Shiva is performing. This is the Leela. Maya's Leela, the illusion. And that, in fact, you are this, not this. This is freedom. And next to this we have wordless. You've come from a story in your life that is full of words and narratives and ups and downs and, oh my gosh, drama, heavy drama. And with this realization, you flip to the part of your book that has no words in it. This realization will take the words right out of your mouth. Like this. And when you see that, oh, like this emptiness is freeing and beautiful, and your heart is open and your crown is open, then you realize, oh, there is no other. That separateness is an illusion. There is no other. There's only the divine. That's all that ever was. And this realization is the fertile valley. Fertile valley for this new endeavor, for these new crops and fruits of abundance to grow. This fortune, this prosperity and wealth. And it's like this book, all the words have washed down off of the mountaintop and are now fertile soil for these crops to grow. All right. Let's get, I gotta say, Libra, this is looking real good for you. All right, let's get some hindrances on the path for our Libras on their spiritual path for July 2022. This is the Thoth deck. 3 cards, please, for our Libras, for what are the hindrances on their spiritual path. Cruelty. 2 more cards, please. Wealth. 1 more, please. Knight of Wands and the Eon, or the Judgment card. So, cruelty. This could be cruelty from others. If you identify with that aspect of the past, this can easily draw you back into this energy if you start to re-identify with this. And also there's a tendency to, when this realization takes place, your heart is open, you want to help others with this wisdom, and people who are not ready to hear it, this can feel like cruel words sometimes. even though your intention is right. It's all an illusion. This can feel very cruel to someone who is not ready to hear that. So these are some hindrances with this one to look out for. The wealth. So you are stepping into wealth and prosperity. And again, just like it's easy to identify with this sullenness and this looking back, it is also just as easy to begin to identify with, like, I have this wealth. I am a wealthy person now. And this will cause there will be an element of the heart closing, almost this I've done it, it's complete type of energy. And this will be a hindrance. And again, the adventure. Oh, I didn't even see this one. So the adventure can also be a hindrance if you become attached to adventure and experiencing. You start writing a new story in this book. You want to keep this book wordless. This is peace. This is freedom. This is what's given you this drive. And this is what is allowing the heart to open, your crown to burst through the top, cutting through with this sword of truth. So don't let the adventure override your truth. And the eon, or we could even see it as the judgment card, the awakening. To say, oh, like, I am awake. Me, this individual is awake. When we say that, we have forgotten that there is no other. We've stepped into separateness, believing that we're the head of this snake, and not seeing that, like, oh, like, it's all one. So one of the hindrances is going to be like, I'm awake. Again, I've done it. It's complete. And this one, I didn't even see the science card. Or it's the Six of Swords. But with the science, this at this moment is speaking of the rational mind. The rational mind will debate you on this, or try to. It'll try to write words of doubt in your book. Well, this isn't logical, and like, to have your heart open all the time and your crown open, and like, oh, like, just believing in the universe, and like, do I really believe what I've realized about myself and reality? Is this the mind is always going to try to spin this off, because the mind wants control. The mind is a part of, if you could say, the mind is a part of the car that your soul is driving. So don't allow your mind to derail this realization. This realization is beyond the mind, and the mind has to take a back seat, and it doesn't necessarily like that. So it's going to try to sneak in here and there, but try to keep your book wordless. That's freedom. So these are the hindrances on the path. All right. One card, please, from the Dreamscapes Oracle deck. Thank you. The Tiger. So the tiger is a powerful animal, and even when it's fierce, it is relaxed. So you're going to be driven almost at a fever pitch, but you are going to be relaxed throughout this whole change and rebirth. This realization, you can only be relaxed because you realize what it is, what reality is, what it is that you actually are. And it's also said that Dorje Trollo, who is an incarnation of Padmasambhava, who is yet to come to liberate the world, will ride in, riding on his tiger. So this is the vehicle for someone who is going to change the world. You could almost put this here. This knight is riding in on this tiger, coming to change the world. Change the world. All right. Let's get 3 cards from the Tiny. Come on. Try not to make a mess of it. All right. These have been well shuffled. And we will take the tops of the splits. Innocence. Respect. Trust myself. So with this innocence, this realization, this wiping of the book, brings about this innocence of being, this relaxedness, this like when you look at a child, like a baby, that's like, 1, even 2, there's this innocence that is just, you feel it. You feel it when you look in their eyes. And this is going to be the energy that you are going to have while you are walking around the world. And people are really going to be able to feel this from you. Again, rebirth into innocence. And respect. People are going to see this on you, and they will respect you because they feel it. Not in like this ego, I must have respect, but you're going to be solid. Like when you look at a tiger, it's solid. You have to respect a tiger. If you don't, like, you would be in trouble. I'm not saying that this is going to be your energy, but you're going to be solid. People are going to look at you, and your energy is not going to be wavering. And they're going to say, how is this person so solid? And to trust yourself, not your mind. Trust yourself. The mind is going to want to spin all these different stories and scenarios, and it's going to start wanting to write words in this book. Write words on your unblemished self. Don't let it write words, and trust this new identification of self. All right. Please, could we have 3 final cards for a parting message for our Libras for July 2022 on what is on their spiritual path? 3 final cards, please. What would you like to leave Libras with? Three cards, please. Two of Pentacles, King of Cups. One more card, please. All right, that's too many. All right, I see what you're saying. One more, please. All right, thank you. Three of Cups. And this is all turned around. All right. We have Two of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Three of Cups, and at the bottom we have the Four of Swords. So in this energy, there will be, because this transition is going to be so quick for you, there will be an adjustment period. And I don't think it will be difficult for you, but it will be kind of like, whoa, like, I can't believe this. And the mind is saying, I can't believe this. So, but you are going to adapt from coming from this rocky energy onto solid ground, finding emotional stability here. This open-hearted compassion, and you're going to be sharing this giant cup. This cup holds the whole ocean. You're going to be sharing this. And like I said earlier, people are going to see this on you and they're going to be like, "Oh, please, let's share cups together. let's share this energy together, and I want to mingle and kind of sit in this energy with you because there's something about it. There's a solidness, an emotional stability that I am like feeling from you." And at the bottom, meditation. Now, with this transition that's taking place, and with the mind trying to poke its nose here and there, you're gonna want to spend time in meditation and really get as deep into this ocean as you can. You wanna dissolve into here. And a good way to do that is through meditation. So, Libras, we're going to leave the reading here. This has been Libra's reading for what is on your spiritual path for July 2022. If any of this resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. It is most appreciated. And Libras, I want to send you much love. It looks like July is going to be fantastic. So, Libras, I'll catch you on the next go round. Peace.